What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today I am back at US 4567. I intended yet again to go out and do a hike-in QRP activation this morning, and I got up and checked the solar conditions, and we had a geomagnetic storm, and the band conditions were not amazing. So I'm back here with the 891 again, which was not my intention. I'll get out and do some QRP activations here, especially as the winter starts rolling in and solar conditions get better. So I'm running the same antenna today, although I'm running the gable tripod. I don't have as much room here. The pavilion's reserved today because it is Labor Day weekend, and so I can't use the pavilion. So I'm set up at the picnic table just outside the pavilion here. So I'm running the same antenna as I've been running, right? Our Wolf River Coils Sporty 40 with the 17-foot whip, but I'm on the gable tripod. That gives me a little bit more room because I don't need as much footprint for the tripod, and this also I use smaller radials with. It tends to work better. So again, like I said, we're running the 891 today, but I'm gonna run a bug. So today we're using a SpeedX Model 500. This thing is old, but this is my favorite bug to send on. So we'll see how this goes. I don't know exactly what my key speed is. It's gonna be someplace in between 20 and 24 words a minute, probably, roughly, someplace in that vicinity, probably closer to 20, maybe 22. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, conditions are not incredible this morning. We're on 7.0605. All right, SWRs, 1.2, 1.3 to 1, that works. So let me get you guys set up here. We'll see if we can get this in and out fairly quickly. I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes today. It's like just after 8 a.m. So the band should still be halfway decent. Like I said, I'm hoping, I'm getting eaten alive by these mosquitoes. Hoping I can get this done pretty quick because the mosquitoes are horrendous this morning. I did schedule this, so this should go live. Let me just take a picture of my setup here real quick for... Mosquitoes are ridiculous this morning. Okay, so I think I've got everything ready to go. Okay. Like I said, I scheduled the activation, so it should be good. The band's a little noisy this morning, but we'll see how it goes. I did call QRL a couple times, and I think we've got a clear frequency. Just want to make sure everybody can see the key. That's the important part with this, with a bug. Oh, these mosquitoes are ridiculous. This table's not super steady right there. Let me see if I can find a spot where this key's not going to flop around. Seems like no matter where I put it, there's something under here. I don't know. No matter where I seem to put this key, it wants to flop around. All right, here we go. Hopefully you can hear that side tone. Still haven't hit the RBN. That's not a good sign. Oh, I just did. Okay. So we should get spotted here now. Mosquitoes. Oh, these mosquitoes are horrendous this morning. getting a little bounce on the key. I got can 4 in there. Raised up to a 5/8. Good call sign. What? Ah, Thomas. Cool. think that was 80 SM, but I wasn't paying attention. Yes. I'm glad I brought 100 watts. Getting a lot of 4s. He's actually a 5.7. We'll call it. I think we're good. Somebody's tuning up. All right, we'll call CQ one more time. I was gonna call QRT, but somebody started tuning up right at frequency, which means somebody's probably out to call me. We'll see. It sounds funny with the keyer sending my CQs and then me sending on the bug. He's actually a 5.7. That's North Carolina. All right. All right. Hear how far off frequency he is? Easy to pull out. KB3A, is that was? Okay. Other Alabama. Pretty good on 40 meters. Hard to slow down on a bug. Massachusetts. He's actually 5'6". All right, hold on. I got Bill, hold on. Okay. I'll get you in just a second. He's at the 5.9 now. He's actually at 5.7. Kentucky? I had a W4 in there. Hand's getting cold. Hand's getting tired. Not used to sending out a bug all the time. It's a lot more work. Gotcha. think that was NU8Z. Yep. Whew, I think we got a lull. We're gonna call QRT. Whew. Okay, that was quite a run. Okay, that actually went remarkably well considering the band conditions. I apologize if my sending wasn't amazing. If you don't send all the time on a bug, it gets tiring pretty quickly. It's not as bad as a straight key all the time, I mean, but it's a lot of rocking your wrist back and forth, and actually the tip of your finger gets tired whacking on that paddle after a while. So yeah, I love this bug. You know, I've got several bugs. This is my favorite to send on. I really want a Bengali Intrepid. That's a whole different ball of wax. They're like 500 bucks. I want a McElroy also, but for now, out of all my bugs, this is my favorite to send on. I got to be really careful with this one though, because you can't get parts for this. If I break parts on this, I'm sunk. This is from like the early 1940s probably, and it's not like I can just go buy parts. Like my Vibraplex, especially while my Vibraplex original, you know, that's from 1961 or 62. I can go buy parts for that if I break something. I can't do that with this. In fact, I've got the weight from the Vibraplex original on this, along with one of the original SpeedX ones. The SpeedX comes with two small ones, weights like this, and even with those as far forward as they'll go, I can only get it to about 28 words a minute. Now I'm fine at 28 words a minute, but a lot of the hunters wouldn't be. I've got it probably low 20s right now, I would guess. It's hard to say exactly, but I'd say someplace in that ballpark, maybe 22 words a minute. Yeah, if you've never sent in a bug before, there's a little bit of a learning curve, but they are so much fun to send on. A little bit hard to copy, but once you get used to that bug swing, it's really not that bad. There are some people that are easier to copy on than others. I mean, my bug fist is not the greatest, but it gets the job done. Patrick, I did this activation for you. I'll put that in the beginning in the text, but he's been bugging me to do an activation with this key, so I decided I'd take him up on it and do it. But we got a whole pile on the log, as you can see. I mean, that's, I don't know how many that is. It's quite a few. That was a pretty good run. So that went from 12:06 to 12:35. So that was what, 20 or 29 minutes. So that was a pretty good run there. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about the 891. Like I said, I was going to go out and do a QRP activation this morning, but the band conditions weren't all that great. And like I said, I mean, there were quite a few of those calls that came in that gave me, you know, 449 signal reports, right, on 100 watts and a quarter wave antenna. So, you know, if I'd been out QRP with a God knows what antenna, I probably would have been calling CQ by myself for a long time. So at any rate, yeah, like I said, if you don't have a bug and you're interested in getting one, pick one up. You can get them on eBay. You know, you can buy a new one if you want, but you can find half decent ones on eBay for a reasonable price. Don't get gouged. Some of them go for ridiculous money. Some of the rarer ones will go for a ton of money, but you can buy like a Vibraplex for, you know, 100 bucks or less. That's probably what I would do, unless you're looking for an older one or like a really nice one, they'll go for more. But if you're just looking for a beater that you can learn on, they're not too super expensive, but there is a pretty steep learning curve, right? I mean, it's a very different key to send on, right? Because the dits are automatic, but the DAs are manual. So it does take some getting used to. And if you've never seen how one of these works, I did an activation back in November where I showed you, but you know, your DAs, you got your DA contacts right here, and it's manual. It's like a straight key. All right, in fact, I could have QRS'd by sending on a straight key like this. And then your dits are done by, you've got a pendulum with weights and then a spring with another contact here. So if I close the contact, if I close the key, you'll see it bounce. That's how you get your dits. All right, so if you've never seen how a bug works, that's how it works. It's a very simple device, but they're really cool to send on. So yeah, that was really successful. Like I said, 891's fantastic. I love sending on that bug. That's my favorite bug in the world to send on currently. Like I said, that antenna, it's hard to argue with. So at any rate, everybody, that's another one in the books. I really do appreciate it. I still want to get out and do some QRP stuff. Like I said, the band conditions have just not cooperated. So we will see what happens. But at any rate, like I said, Patrick, this one was for you. I did this specifically because you've been asking me to do an activation with this bug, so here it is, bud. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Until next time, 7-3.